Hello ds106, it's Shanate here again. This is my second video response, I believe, to the video that was posted today. I prefer video responses, I think. I think this is going to be my main method of communicating and responding to what has been said. Today, a lot of good points were brought up. I don't have as much to say as I did in the last video, but I do have a couple things I want to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is I was really, really impressed with all the design projects that I saw that Jim Groom pulled up. They were all excellent, and it was kind of funny because they were talking about commenting on blogs, which is, I'm going to get to that in a minute, but Martha and Jim were like, just commenting and saying it's a great thing isn't what we're looking for. I'm like, gosh, that's all I've been doing because I've just been so impressed. Like, I haven't had any criticism, like, I don't know. I've just been really, really pleased with everything I've seen. I've been really inspired by a lot of things. It's a lot of great work. Good job. And now onto the part about commenting. I think that's a very important thing to do for this course, and if you're not commenting, then you're not really participating, because that's the whole point. You're here to expound upon your own creativity, and by doing that, you need to look at what other people are doing and then kind of get your own ideas. Or once you formulate your own ideas and you get feedback, you need to respond to it. And I think responding to feedback people give you is another way that you can grow in this course, which is the whole point. So that's my bit about that. Now, something I really liked that, well, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I want to be an English teacher when I graduate in a year. I'm going to go do Teach for America. So I really like whenever they talk about what teachers should do and like some teaching tips. And one of the things they brought up was students teaching other students, like with the tutorials and all the other stuff. And I just find feedback like that so important for what I want to do. Like it's exactly what it's exactly what I want to do. It's exactly the stuff that I need to learn about. And I think that students teaching other students is a great way to get people to actually listen, Like, nobody's going to listen to your boring old English teacher if she just tells you, the right way to write an essay. But if a student were to, write a tutorial about the best way to do a non-5-paragraph essay and then give it to other students, the other students might, be inspired. Maybe not, but it's something to think about, and I think that's great, and I love it whenever they get throw out teaching tips like that. It's perfect. On to my next bit. Todd Conway came on and kind of talked about what his daughter has been doing on the internet, on Skype with her friends, learning Japanese. And I think that when you find people online that have similar interests as you, especially if you're a kid, like if you can't get out, if you can't really travel, if you're a kid and you get to go and meet people that aren't in your area that have like the same interests as you, it's just a great way to really, expand your own pool of creativity, and it gets you out of your bubble. And I think that's really important, and I think this course does that for me, because I'm here at Mary Washington, and I have people, but it's a pretty small school, like not, there's not as many people interested in this kind of stuff as you would think, but I'm meeting more people that are outside of Mary Washington and learning more about them, and I'm getting so inspired by all this stuff they're doing. And I think when you're young and you have your interests, like anime and Japanese culture in general, and those, like, not to stereotype, but I am one of those kids, so I know how it is to get kind of picked on, or not be understood. And when you can meet people online, it not only does it boost your self-esteem, but it also makes you a better person in the end, because you get to, I hate to go back to this point constantly, but you get to, expand your own creativity, like you get to feed off other people. And I think feeding on the brains of others is an important part to, I've said this like 10,000 times already, but it fulfills you in a way. And I think that, solo work is never going to be as good as work that has been reviewed and feedbacked by your peers. And I just want to end this video by saying that it's very, Todd, it's very refreshing to see a parent who understands that kind of internet culture. You know, like my parents, when I was that age, 7 years ago, they didn't really understand, you know, what it meant to have friends online, and they were afraid. And a lot of people are afraid of the internet, but that's a whole other rant and rave that I don't want to get into right now. But don't be afraid to go out and meet people online. You know, we're not all serial killers and, you know, crazy people. Well, maybe we are crazy people, but you know, we're not that crazy, and we can be pretty interesting. So I think it's really great that you support your daughter in what she's doing. And so this ends my response. Sorry it was a little bit short. And I will see you tomorrow. ds106 for life.